Welcome, my name is Bernice Wilson. Thank you for joining me in this video presentation on components lists and portion size as it relates to the standardized recipe. As mentioned before, a standardized recipe is a customized recipe designed to suit a particular requirement. The customization could be due to changes related to portions, flavor, ingredients, etc. The other thing that I want to mention is a reminder that if you see blue fonts, it means that it is a data entry cell for the most part. Okay? If you see black font color, it means that it has a formula or it is linked. All right, let's jump in now and talk about the component list. So in this section, you can see this label and it says component list. What does that mean? It means what are the items that are going on a plate just before you serve it to a customer. So for example, let's see, what's a good example that I can give you? Okay, let's talk about KFC. When you order a KFC meal, there are a few components. First, you'll get the fried chicken. Then there's coleslaw, there's mashed potatoes, and gravy. So coleslaw is a component, and that will end up on a component list. However, the cabbage that is in the coleslaw will not end up in the components list. Okay, so the components list is not just a list of ingredients. It is the different parts of a dish that ends up on the customer's plate. Okay, next, let's talk about portion size. Now, portion size is the amount needed for one portion that is given to one customer. As the recipe author, you will need to determine the portion size for each component that you wish to offer to your customer. So in this case, in this example, we can see that it is a grilled teriyaki salmon, okay? And you'll see that the amount of salmon that is planned for is 120 grams per portion, meaning per customer will be served 120 grams of salmon. Next, teriyaki sauce. So it is planned that each customer will get 35 milliliters of teriyaki sauce, and the list goes on that way. So why is it so specific? Again, it's so that all the quantities are consistent and each customer will get the same amount. Okay? Now, how do we determine portion size? Actual portion size is usually based on the context. For example, Asian portions are smaller than American portions. Ladies' portions are smaller than gentlemen's portions. So think carefully about the source of your recipe and the portion size that it has. Would it be appropriate for your context? If you're not sure, make a trip to the supermarket to take a look at how much the item weighs and eyeball it to see if it's sufficient. Or else you can observe a hawker in your neighborhood to see what kind of portion sizes are being served to his customers. You should adjust your portion size accordingly, since portion sizes will ultimately affect your food cost. Okay, with that, I think we conclude this section on components list and portion sizes. So again, do feel free to rewind this video if you feel you need to revise. If not, you may move on to another video to gain more knowledge on how to complete this standardized recipe template. Thank you so much for joining me, and best wishes for your learning.